Okay, I need you to hear me on this one. The challenge is right around the corner. Yes, the Classroom Reset Challenge is just coming after this weekend. And if you've been listening to this podcast this summer, if any of these episodes have made you stop and think or made you feel a little less alone in what you've been dealing with, then what's happening on Tuesday, July 21st, Wednesday and Thursday is for you. I want to take today to tell you about what is coming, why I think it's going to be one of the most useful things for you to do for yourself before the school year starts, and why I just really, really want you to be there. So this is your sign right here, this episode. If you don't need to hear the rest of it, that's fine. You just go to theinspiredclassroom.com/challenge, sign up, and then, come on back and listen to the rest of this. I'll let you know a little preview of what's to come. Hey friends, welcome to Enjoy Teaching Again, the podcast for teachers who love the work but need a little spark to bring the joy back. I'm your host, Elizabeth Peterson, classroom teacher, arts integration specialist, and passionate educator of over 25 years. If you're overwhelmed by behaviors, disengaged students, and long, exhausting days, you are not alone. But together, we can turn things around and you can teach with confidence and purpose again. So locate that cold coffee of yours, find your favorite pen, I know you have one, and let's dive in. It's time to get inspired and enjoy teaching again. Now, I've been building towards this all summer so far with you. The tripod, your classroom's tripod, the reset framework, the idea that behavior is a symptom and not the problem that's underneath that we need to put our energy into, that your tools are maybe what needs updating, not your skills, because I know you know how to teach. The Classroom Reset Challenge is going to take all of those things and put them together into something that you can actually apply to your classroom this fall. Okay? The Classroom Reset Challenge starts on July 21st. It's 3 days of workshops, 1 hour each day. It's completely free. And if you haven't actually signed up yet, you'll also realize that there's a whole community component to this as well. Inside the community, we're doing creativity challenges, we're talking and sharing with one another. We also have door prizes that are going to be awarded on those live days. There's also a giveaway that's going on, which I'll tell you about as well, because that has to do with this podcast. If you haven't yet left a review for this podcast, go ahead and do that. Take a screenshot of it, and you're going to add your screenshot of this review inside the Classroom Reset Challenge community, and you'll be entered into a great giveaway. All right, so all that said, I want to tell you exactly what you're walking into on those 3 specific workshop days, because I'll tell you the best tips for teachers are the ones that you actually show up for. So here's what day 1 is going to look like. You show up live or with the replay, that's fine too. And we start with something that I've actually never done publicly before. We're going to figure out your CRE score. This is a live diagnostic to figure out where your classroom stands on its tripod legs, which ones are stable and which ones might be a little wobbly. There's no judgment, never any judgment, also no stress, just data. And by the end of that exercise, you're going to know something really specific. And that is, you're going to know where your energy has been going and where you should be pointing it instead. That alone, just that, is worth an hour of your summer. And then we're going to go deeper into connection on that day 1. The first leg of the tripod, connection, because in my experience, it's almost always where everything else starts, especially when it comes to student behavior. So I'll share some stories with you from my own classroom, students I almost gave up on, relationships that changed everything, and probably most importantly, the practical tools that came out of those moments. You're going to leave day one with this strategy that you can actually see and use, not a concept, a real thing to do. And I'm telling you right now, this particular tactic is foolproof on so many behavior problems, so many students. So you can use this starting on day one if you want. On our day 2 workshop, well, that's where we're going to dig into the other 2 legs of the tripod, which are regulation and engagement. We talk about what it actually looks like when a student can't regulate and why telling them to just calm down, well, that's just not worked, right? And it never will. And we'll get into the soft start, which is a teacher favorite for me to explain and talk about and discuss, and we'll really dig into that. And we'll also look at some micro engagement strategies that you are going to absolutely love. Now, day 3 of our workshops is going to be a little different. It's going to be us gathered together in a Zoom room, and I want you to think of teacher lounge energy. Okay, but not the teacher lounge energy where you're rushing and shoving the lunch into your face, or the teacher lounge that has like all the negative Nellies around and you're like, okay, get me out of here. No. I want you to think of big cushy couches, a bar on the side, and we're just sitting back and we've got our favorite drink in hand, no judgment, wine, soda, water, coffee, whatever you like. And we're just chatting. Now we're actually going to start, because you know how I love my teacher-centered professional development. We're actually going to start with a activity, but then I'm going to open up the room and answer all the questions that you guys have. I want you to bring, on day 3 of the workshops, I want you to bring your specific questions about your classroom, your content, your students, your grade level. I want you to bring me stories so that we can figure out what's going on with that particular kid. I want you to bring whatever it is you need to bring so that you can feel how all the things we did and discussed in the first 2 days can then apply to you when you go back to school. Day 3 is where it all comes together. And it's also where I can share more about the Classroom Reset course, the full reset framework, all 5 steps, the coaching that goes with that, the private community that goes with that, for teachers who are ready to go even further. Because after 3 days together, you're going to have a pretty clear sense of whether you want to keep going. And I want you to know that there's a place to go when you're ready. So here's what I want you to do right now, or you can do it as soon as this episode is over. Go to theinspiredclassroom.com/challenge and save your spot. It takes 30 seconds. It's completely free. The PD hours, they're available. And if you can't make it live, no problem. It's summer, life happens. I get it. The replays are going to go out after each session, so you're not going to miss a thing. But if you can make it live, oh my gosh, please do, because something happens in a live session that a replay can't really replicate. It's the energy of the room, the real-time questions, and the moment that you realize that you're really not the only one who's been carrying what you've been carrying. Not to mention, there's also going to be door prizes for the people who come live. Just saying. So July 21st, the live workshop starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be there. I want you there too. Okay, so here's your 3-step plan for what I want you to do right now. Okay, getting ready for the challenge. So step 1, register. Maybe you already have, but if you haven't, go to theinspiredclassroom.com/challenge. Takes 30 seconds and we're done. All right, step 2, after you've registered, is block out that time. There's going to be a link that you see after you register. A new page will pop up. Hit that link for the Google Calendar. Get that on your calendar 2. And if you don't have Google, write it down, put it in your planner, put it in whatever calendar you want. Block out that time so that you can be there with us. All right, and step 3, write down one sentence. And in that one sentence, I want you to share what is the feeling you want going into fall this year. What do you want to feel like when you are going into school? Not necessarily just day 1, but for that first couple of weeks. Do you want to feel calm, confident, and ready? Bring that one sentence with you to the challenge so that you can share it inside the group when you get in. All right, so number 1, register. Number 2, block out those times on your calendar. And 3, get that one sentence of how you want to feel in the next school year. I am so genuinely excited for what's coming in the challenge. I mean that in a way that keeps me really excited during the day to keep prepping all these little things for you guys. It's such a good feeling, and I can't wait to get it started with you. Listen, if you've been looking for tips for teachers that actually connect with something real, something with a framework underneath, something that was built for the classroom you actually have, I think the challenge is going to feel like a breath of fresh air. So sign up and I'll see you in there. I hope this episode inspired you, encouraged you, or gave you a fresh idea to try. And if so, I would love for you to take a screenshot and text it to one of your teaching buddies. I'm so grateful that you landed here with me today, and it would mean the world to me if you would leave me a review over on Apple Podcast. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next episode. This is Elizabeth Peterson reminding you to get inspired so you can be inspiring to your students and enjoy teaching again.